Hi, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see n words combination. Let's see the question. Given a sequence as input, print all the unique combinations of n words in lexicographical order. Actually, we have seen what is meant by lexicographical order, right? Which is the alphabetical order. And the question is that they will give an input which is in a sequence of words, right? They will give a sentence. We have to divide this sentence into n words combination. That means if they give two as a input, then we have to divide the sentence into two words. Okay, then that means let's see an example. They gave apple is a fruit, right? So they given number as 3, and we have to divide the sequence into three words. Okay, first line contains the three words, and second line contains the three words, and third line and three words, etc. And these three words are in alphabetical order, right? Here see, a apple fruit, a a f, these three are in alphabetical order, and so on. Let's see the coding part. Let's take input name is equal to input dot split. I think you know why we are using split here, to divide the sentence into a list. And num is equal to int input. We are taking number as input um, to see how many words should be in a sentence. Okay, and result is equal to unique num comma name. That means we are giving num and name as in parameters, right, to the function. Let's enter into the function, right? Def unique of n comma name. Here you taking num as a n. Okay, and here let's take a empty list. Final is equal to empty list, and let's take the name in a sorted way, right? So updated name is equal to sorted of name. And after that we have to see the length of the updated name. So n is equal to length of updated name. Okay, let's take a range of elements which contains the n values. That means in items is equal to list of range of n. And let's take an empty a list which contains the empty list. Old is equal to list of list. And then for I in range of num, it's a loop, right? New is equal to, let's take an empty list which contains the variable as new. And for comb in old, here old is an list which contains the empty list. For items, that item in items, that means every element in items we take considering it as an item, right? Next we have to give the condition, right? So if comb and comb minus 1, that means the last element in the comb list, okay, which should be less than item, or length of comb should double is equal to 0. Double is equal to means it should be equal to 0. It's a comparison between 0 and length of the comb. And next we have to append this to the new list, right? So new dot append of comb plus item. We are consider we taking item in list, so that a list can add with the another list, right? Otherwise you will get an error. And we have to um, assign this new value to the old list. Okay, so old is equal to new. And let's once again see this loop how it's working. Okay, initially we take an I in range of num. Okay, um, for com in old, that means com means it is an empty list, and for empty list we are taking the items. Initially item is 0, right? So here length of com double is equal to 0. So either this condition or this condition if satisfies, then it enters into the loop if condition. So length of com double is equal to 0, so it enters into the if condition. Then uh, com, which is the empty list, plus list of 0, so 0 is added to the new list, and new and the old list becomes the new list. And again for already 0 completed, so it's 1. For combine old, actually old, in past iteration old is nothing but the empty list, but here the old is nothing but the list which contains the 0. And same again and again loop iterates until the condition fails, and we will get the index values, right? So for that index value we have to replace that index value with the uh, value in the word in the sequence. We have to replace it by the word, right? So we will take another loop for I in new, and let's take an empty list which we use in further sessions. K is equal to empty list, and for j in I, k dot append of updated j. Actually here j is the index values of every list, right? So these index values of the updated name which is already sorted should be appended to the k list, right? And this k list is appended to the final list, and final dot append of k. Next let's take an another empty list. List underscore is equal to empty list. For and let's take another iteration for item in final. Every word you have to take, and these are in form of list. We have to convert this list into a string, so we have to use the join function here. Item 1 is equal to double quotations dot join of item, which converts the list into a string, right? Next, if we have to neglect the repetitions, so you have to give a condition here. If item 1 not in list, okay, then you have to print it, right? So print item 1. So we have to append it, right? Otherwise the list one is always empty, the list is always empty, so you have to append it, the item to the list. So list dot append of item 1. So it's initially checks, initially list is in empty position, so it enters into it, and if the word is again entering into the if condition, then it stop and it's continuous again and again until the loop exists, right? And if you and let's see the output here. Yes, the output came here. Actually we given they gave num as 3, right? Let's see a custom input here. She is a good girl. Let's see the custom input now. Rohit has scored 3 double century. So we have to divide this sentence into 4 words, right? So let's see the output here. That means every line should contains 4 words. So this is the output which is in alphabetical order, right? So every line contains just 4 words, which there is no repetition here, and these are in alphabetical order. I think you came to understand now, right? Okay. Miss, if you get any error, or you can, if you want to check the code, you can check it in comment section. And thank you for everyone. Please do like, share and subscribe.